2,000 years ago, there were no engines, no cement trucks, no electricity. And yet, some Roman roads are still being used today. Modern roads crack after a few decades. Roman roads survived empires falling, earthquakes, floods, and more than 2,000 winters. So how did ancient Rome build roads that modern engineers still admire? The answer is not magic, it's not aliens, it's something far more impressive: engineering genius. Rome did not become powerful by accident, it became powerful because of roads. The Romans had a saying, "All roads lead to Rome." That was not poetry, that was strategy. At its height, Rome built more than 400,000 kilometers of roads, enough to circle the earth 10 times. These roads connected cities, armies, trade routes, and information. Once Rome connected something, it controlled it. Before roads, travel was slow and dangerous. Messages took weeks, armies arrived too late, trade barely moved. Rome understood one simple truth: speed is power. With roads, Roman soldiers could march 30 to 40 kilometers a day. Reinforcements arrived quickly. Rebellions were crushed before they spread. A Roman army moving on a road was nearly unstoppable. And here is something most people don't realize. Roman roads were not built for civilians first. They were built for war. Trade came later. Cities followed later. First came control. Before building a road, Roman engineers planned everything. They aimed for the straightest path possible. Mountains were cut through, forests were cleared, swamps were drained. Roman roads ignored curves. Even today, you can see them slicing across landscapes like a ruler drawn on the earth. To do this, they used simple tools: measuring rods, basic geometry, and an instrument called the groma to create perfectly straight lines. No GPS, no satellites, just knowledge and discipline. Here is the shocking part. The Romans did not use asphalt. They did not use modern concrete. Yet their roads lasted longer than ours. Why? Because Roman roads were built in layers, not like a path, but like a fortress. First, they dug deep into the ground, sometimes more than 1 meter. This removed weak soil and prevented water damage. On top of that, they placed large stones. This created an unmovable foundation. Next came crushed gravel and smaller stones. These filled the gaps and absorbed pressure from movement. Above that, a layer of sand or lime acted like shock absorption. Finally, heavy stone slabs were placed on top. These stones were tightly fitted together, locked in place, strong enough to carry carts, horses, and constant traffic. This layered system is why Roman roads did not sink, crack, or collapse. But the real secret was water. Most modern roads fail because of water. Water freezes, water expands, water destroys from within. The Romans understood this perfectly, so they raised the center of the road. They sloped the surface. They added drainage ditches on both sides. Water never stayed on the road. It flowed away naturally. Even today, engineers study Roman drainage systems. Now here's another surprise. Roman roads were not built mainly by slaves. They were built by Roman soldiers. When soldiers were not fighting, they built roads, bridges, and cities. They were disciplined, organized, and trained to follow exact instructions. Rome turned its army into the greatest construction force the ancient world had ever seen. Imagine that for a moment, an army that builds as well as it fights. Roman roads were not just stone paths, they were advanced systems. Every mile there were stone markers. They showed distance, they showed direction. They told travelers how far they were from Rome. Rest stations were built along the roads, places to change horses, to rest, to resupply. This was the ancient version of modern navigation. So why do some Roman roads still exist today? Because they never truly disappeared. Medieval roads followed them. Modern roads copied them. Highways were built directly on top of them. In Italy, France, Spain, and England, people still travel on Roman foundations. You might be driving on Roman engineering without even knowing it. Modern roads are designed to be fast and cheap. They are built to be replaced. Roman roads were designed to last. They were built for dominance, for permanence. Rome did not think in years. Rome thought in centuries. So why don't we build roads like Rome today? Because it takes time. Because it costs more. Because modern systems plan short-term. Rome planned forever. The real lesson of Roman roads is not about stone or tools. It is about thinking long-term, about investing in systems that outlast generations. That is why Rome lasted over 1,000 years, not because of emperors, not because of gold, but because of infrastructure. Next time you walk on an old road in Europe, remember this. You are standing on the work of people who believed their civilization would last forever. And in stone, they were right. History is not boring. History is incredible.